Okay, so we're going to start out with the weapons. The weapons really doesn't matter. You can use any weapons you want. Like I see people use the Hypernova or the DSEX Manus. It doesn't really matter what weapons you need, but for the reactors, use the skill critical hit damage and fusion skill power boost damage. For external components, use the Polar Knight sets. For modules, it's simple. For me, I use Blasting Zones for trigger module, and I even have the Transcendent Ancestor modules, and I have a really good one, as you can see right here. But as for the other mods, you need to use Focus on Chill, Focus on Fusion, cooldowns, critical hit damage and critical hit rate, skill expansion and amplification control. And you must need the Bloomin' Estaste, whatever how you pronounce that. For version reinforcements, this is what I use for now for survivability. There's like one right here that's specifically for her. You can use that one if you unlock it, but I didn't unlock it just yet. For arcade tuning, this is what I use mainly for skill power damage and skill critical damage. For this one, I use Steady Hands for skill critical hit damage 40%. Because when you start out in the mission, you must use this power first. You can see that meter underneath her MP bar, which is, well, she doesn't have an MP bar, but like under that bar, that's what you need to fill up in order to activate like her third and fourth ability. So this is what I usually do. I first start out with this, activate the second ability, and then charge at them. And if they're still alive, you can activate this, wait for them to get a close spot, throw it, and then charge at them. Now that's a different way to do it. Now a lot of people think that like this way, like people have hard time controlling like this point, like the charge ability. Now it's not that hard to control, you just need to have a different sensitivity. For me, I put it at 175, and that's how I was able to easily move like this. Now, it may differ for everybody. You can have it on max sensitivity if you wanted to, or you can have it on low. If you don't activate the second ability, this first ability will just be slow as hell. Now, it's easier to control when it's slow, but it's not that good when you try to do crowd control. So if you activate it and then use it, you go faster. Alright, I think that's enough talking. Let's go into some gameplay and see how this goes. Alright, we're going to be doing the new mission, and I'm not going to talk for the rest of the gameplay until the end.
Multiple Volga signals detected in the operation zone. Proceed with caution. multiple Vulgus approaching from the front. Neutralize them. We're detecting multiple Vulgus signals. Beginning target evaluation. You need to use your hover bike from here on out. Descendant. Massive energy signal detected inside the laboratory. Be careful.
Target acquisition complete.
Operation complete. Great job, Descendant.
Well, that's pretty much it for the build. And what is Crypto doing? That's funny. Anyways, yeah, I kind of died there like a few times. Well, I kind of died like that. I always die at the end like that. It's because she lacks survivability. That's why I say in the beginning. Well, I didn't say this in the beginning. That if you don't want to use like full damage mod, you can go with an extra health boost so you can actually survive and not die as easy as I did. But it just takes a lot more skill and time and effort to actually be able to not die and dodge all the attacks. But that's all I have to say for today's video, and I'll see you guys next time, if it's a DCUO or a first set video.